This is my modification of the Schwinn Continental. Sorry, there's going to be a lot of noise in this video. I got kids running around and a bouncy house making noise, but hopefully you can hear this okay. Pretty good bike. It's got shaft drive, multiple gears. It's heavy, but as most e-bikes are. Nice leather grips. I believe it's the motor is in the front. It doesn't feel like it's that strong, maybe 250, 350 watts, something like that. But nicely built bike. But the battery was shot. It's getting less and less miles until finally it barely goes anywhere, and then you're just pedaling a very heavy bike with no assist. So with my replacement, I've just been riding it for a while, and it's down to 2 bars. It was 5 bars when I started. Let me show you what I did. Here's the battery pack I cracked open. This is just totally testing, so bubble wrap to stop these batteries from rattling around. So I have a multi-star 4S 5200 milliamp hour battery, and then I've got a multi-star 5200 3S battery to make a total of 7 S's. So that got me up to like 28.8 volts fully charged. I just took the original contactors and pulled them on here, the original contacts rather, and I made a series XT60 connector here. Puts 2 of these together into so these batteries are in parallel. I'm checking after my ride here. Wires aren't too hot. I checked at the peak and these wires were a little bit warm. I'd go for a heavier gauge when I do this for real. But this actually worked okay. And with some pretty hard riding at about 5 miles or so, it lasted all right. Here's the guts of the original pack that I pulled out. It's lithium polymer. It's a bunch of cells right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I don't know how many. There are probably 8 more there. Maybe less, I don't know. There's a bunch of BMS controller electronics here. But again, these packs were pretty dead, and there was no replacement that I was able to find out there. So instead, there's plenty of room in here. These are 5200s. I could probably put a pair of, maybe even 4 5200s in there. I don't have a ruler to check, but let's see. These are about the same length, just different thicknesses. Could I fit 2 next to each other? Yeah, I could, so maybe that's what I'll do. Then I'll get a lot more power out of this thing. See what it'll last. I don't know about going with a 3S and a 4S, but really I needed, this is 26 volts rated at. With only 6S, with 2 3s, it wasn't enough. Although I think 2 4s would be too much. A 3 and a 4, 7S, 4.2. I'll do the math later on this, but I think that would be too much. But this is fairly good. It's in the original package. Everything's fine. The bike works fine. It doesn't mind the little higher voltage at start. Seems to be okay. Just need to make sure I have batteries that'll do high capacity, high discharge. These are probably not high discharge since they're made for multi-rotor. So let's see, at the end of my ride, the 4S, it's hard to do one-handed, 4S is down to 15.08, 3S, it's not easy to do one-handed, it's down to 11.32. It's pretty good, they're still within range. Let's see what the charger says about them. Let's see what the charger says about the 4S. Micro battery, charge at 4 amps. But it's not a 3S, it's a 4S. Let's start. Battery's all good. 3.83, 3.84 on all cells. Got a little ways to go still. But It's fine, they're all still balanced. So I'll let that one charge for a while. It's doing 3.2 amps right now. Should go to 16.8. So let it go. Should take about an hour more, maybe a little more to charge, and then I got to do the second battery. Sure. All right, this is the second battery here, the 3S. Cells are at all 3.9 or so. Pretty balanced with the other one when it started. It's boosted up a little bit since then. So altogether, it seems to have discharged pretty evenly. So I think it's all right.